All right, Ashley, let's take a look at what's going on this morning. Radar and satellite composite, not picking up on a whole lot. Much different from when I came in this morning, as we did have a strong thunderstorm that was headed towards Talbot County, Caroline County. Now things are much quieter as that system gets closer and closer off towards the east. So that cold front is going to continue to move through the area. Behind it will start to dry things out. We were quite humid yesterday. We're feeling it this morning as well. And then we'll start to see those changes in the forecast. But more importantly, we're going to start to feel those changes in the forecast. So this is what it looks like at the surface. We see the cold front. This will continue to trek off towards the east. Ahead of it, yes, still dealing with the warmer air. Quite mild out there this morning. I'm going to show you those temps in a matter of moments. But behind that front, high pressure is going to build in. And with that, we will be dealing with lots of sunshine as the day goes along and much drier air for today as well. But that's not going to last too long, because we will get some much warmer air in here, even hot, in fact, as we head towards tomorrow. And the humidity is going to gush right back in here as we go through tomorrow as well. And with that, it's going to feel more like we are in the 90s. I'm forecasting 88 degrees for tomorrow, but it will feel like we're the 90s. In some areas, your actual temperature may even get 90. So speaking of temperatures, look at these numbers. Already upper 60s, we can see that really across the eastern shore this morning. Oxford's coming in right around 65 right now. Edgewater's at 67. We're looking at 66 in Millersville. So these numbers well above average this morning. And once again, this afternoon, we are going to stay well above average. Yesterday came in right around 80 degrees. I forecasted 81. Today I'm forecasting right around 83. So we'll see how that goes. Already starting off on a warmer note, so I think that temperatures can bump up just a little higher than what we had yesterday. ABC 2's most accurate futurecast, not picking up on a whole lot for today. Once the rain's already out, we'll start to clear the skies out as well, and then we'll start to increase the clouds once again. So there is a chance for some scattered showers, some thunderstorm activity as we head into your Saturday. The Storm Prediction Center actually thinks that some of those could be on the stronger to severe side. We'll see how that goes. They do have us in a marginal risk. I'm going to show you that. But then on Sunday, too, early in the morning, we could see some more scattered showers, some thunderstorms as well. So again, the big name and then the big word of the day is going to be scattered. If this does happen, not everybody's going to be getting the thunderstorm activity if it even does happen. But I have to abreast you to the situation for tomorrow. The potential for possibly some gusty winds, possibly some large hail if we do get some strong to severe thunderstorms. Once again, for today, that high temperature coming in the low 80s. Now let's get a check of the traffic with Adrian.
We do have a shooting reported this morning in the city on Orleans Street and East Street. This is really close to the Old Town Mall area, so if you're familiar, you want to avoid this area this morning. Local detours are in place, so definitely keep that in mind. You'll want to avoid that area, as mentioned, here this morning. Otherwise, things not looking all that bad. The JFX is up to speed. 795 also in the green for you here this morning. If you're traveling through Hartford County on 95 this morning, not looking all that bad for you there either. And the tunnels also in the green, and 795, as mentioned, not looking all that bad for you here on this Friday morning. Christian, Ashley?
All right, well, tax season is behind us, but some still haven't received their refund yet.
That's right. What some of you are getting instead that could lead your return to be denied. We'll have that story for you coming up when we continue with Good Morning Maryland. It's now 5:21 on this Friday. NASDAQ still over 6,000 this morning. Well, some D.C. residents are being told they can't get their tax refund until they fill out another questionnaire.
Yes, so this is called a Notice of Identity Confirmation Review. Residents have to call the Office of Tax Revenue and set up a time to take a quiz in order to prove that they are not an identity thief. If you don't take that quiz within 30 days, the tax refund will be denied, and they must answer each question correctly or potentially face fraud charges. Earlier this year, a former D.C. barbershop owner who is currently serving an 11-year sentence for scamming the IRS talked about who scammers target.
Some be real people, some be, I guess, dead people, some be people they want to put on it. Only thing they doing is just submitting it to the IRS and then hope they get a refund back in the mail.
D.C. officials say the city kept $25 million from scammers last year in their efforts to prevent fraud.
In today's Tech Bites, a college student credits his Apple Watch with helping to save his life.
Casey Bennett was in a crash, hanging upside down and couldn't reach his phone. But he knew that by pressing the watch's side button for 6 seconds, it would dial 911.
It also alerted his emergency contacts. Apple says it's just glad he's okay.
Yeah, it called his dad for him. Nintendo has announced its new handheld gaming system. It's called the 2DS XL.
So Nintendo is touting its 2 large displays, new controllers, and a small light size. It hit stores in late July. The price tag, $150.
And streaming services are changing more than how we listen to music.
That's right. New research shows songs and musical intros are getting shorter because fast forwarding and skipping is easy with services like Pandora and Spotify.
And get this, in the 80s, instrumental intros ran for an average of 20 seconds. Today, just 5.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Aleve.
Fun and art class. Come close, come close.
When your pain reliever stops working, your whole day stops.
Try this.
For minor arthritis pain, only Aleve can stop pain for up to 12 straight hours with just 1 pill.
Thank you.
You can't quit. Neither should your pain reliever. Stay all day strong with 12-hour Aleve. Check this Sunday's paper for extra savings on products from Aleve.
When you open an avocado from Mexico, you open a Cinco de Mayo party, so you can celebrate any time or place.
Avocados from Mexico.
Aunt Gertrude would have loved this.
Avocados from Mexico.
You're watching the station that works for you. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
Now has a home after he was abandoned. This is the one that was found in that plastic container in Columbia, nearly starving to death. Here's a tweet from Howard County Police showing Eddie they're still looking for the person who abandoned him this morning.
Yeah, and that was a quick change because we just showed Eddie, was it yesterday or the day before, and he was ready for his new home. And
well,
now
he looked
found.
great in that video, and I think everybody wanted him.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
a beautiful dog.
Amazing recovery. Good morning, Maryland. I'm Christian Schaefer.
And I'm Ashley James. Happy to have you with us on this Friday. We're ready for the weekend, so let's check in with meteorologist Lynette Charles. See our weekend forecast. Am I too excited?
So excited. You are so excited.
Ashley is ready for the weekend.
I've been waiting for this day since Monday.
I know. I've been waiting for this day since Wednesday.
When you came back. Well, that's had a short week.
Such a long
It's
week.
been the longest
So
week.
rough, so tough out there, guys. But we are going to have a nice day, that's for sure. So we did have a few showers this morning. Maryland's most powerful radar picked up on that a little earlier. And just to the south, if you're heading around the Delmarva, southern Maryland, still a few pesky showers lingering across that area. Everywhere else, though, we're nice and dry. You will not need the rain gear this morning. What you will need, though, make sure you have the sunscreen, slather it on, and make sure you have those sunglasses. Those will be put to good use today. We do have a coastal flood advisory for Anne Arundel County until 9 o'clock this morning. The temperature in Easton quite mild at 66, at 63 in Fort Meade, and Parkville's coming in at 64 degrees now. And as we move through the day, temperatures are going to be on the warmer side once again, with lows, or I should say highs, in the low 80s with ample sunshine across the board. Now let's get a check of the traffic with Adrian.
Well, good news on this Friday morning. Things not looking all that bad for you as you do head out the door. You can see that we do have high speeds being found right now across 795. If you're traveling down from Pennsylvania this morning, the Harrisburg Expressway also up to speed, and traveling into the city along the JFX, not looking too bad there. The tunnel's in good shape for you here as well. And if you're traveling downtown, here's a live view for you of 95 at 395. Not a lot of activity out there quite yet, so things really not looking all that bad across the board. The drive times really not affected here across the region either. 695, the inner loop of Beltway, that'll take you 11 minutes for you if you're traveling 83 to 95, and then 70 eastbound from 32 to the Beltway. That's a 10-minute ride here on this Friday morning. Christian, Ashley?
Thanks, Adrian. We're following that breaking news right now. Police on the scene of a shooting in East Baltimore. This is a look from the Google Street View maps. It's on Orleans Street at East Street. This is right near what used to be the Old Town Mall. Route 40 coming into the city there. If you use Orleans Street to get in, you might want to find an alternate route because the police investigation is still going on. No word yet on who was shot. Detours are in place. We've got a crew on the way to the scene. We'll bring you a live update from that shooting in East Baltimore as soon as we can. And whenever news breaks, get your latest updates sent to the phone with the ABC 2 News app, which you can find by searching for WMAR in your phone's app store.
5:33 today, a Frederick County couple is set to appear on Good Morning America. This has a lot of people talking. Their prank on their children went viral, but for all the wrong reasons.
It is, to say the least, edgy. They accused the kids of spilling something on the floor, posted the aftermath on YouTube, and immediately felt the backlash. ABC2's Megan Knight has more on this story. From the live desk, Megan, the parents are speaking out saying these videos aren't real.
Yeah, that's right, Christian and Ashley. Mike and Heather Martin claim that the videos are all scripted and that the kids are in on the pranks. So they have this YouTube channel called Daddy05 where they post funny videos and pranks that the family play on each other. So in the most recent one, the parents spilled some invisible ink. They blamed it on the kids, and this is what happened. Take a look.
I didn't do that! You tell me what you did! I swear to God, I didn't do that! Jody, go over your carpet!
So the couple took down all of the videos on their channel. The only one left is their apology video. They say that they went just a little too far with this. And actually, it was kind of hard to find a clip from that prank because there's a lot of cursing on the video as well.
Oh, boy.
So the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, the state's attorney's office, Frederick County, they're now looking into all the videos to see if there's any warrant for an investigation. But that YouTube channel, by the way, had hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They were making money off of that channel. So I think the mom admitted that maybe they got too caught up in it. The kids
got carried away.
They just got carried away, went too far.
Supposed to be funny, but certainly
probably started that way.
A little disturbing.
It's hard to watch.
As you mentioned, the amount of F-bombs that were dropped just in normal conversation.
And Mom said, too, in that video that, you know, she watched them back and she cringed. She's
and
like,
so the interview with them is on GMA later today with the parents from Frederick County.
Yes.
How about that?
Coming up this morning.
Getting some national attention on that story. Thanks a lot, Megan. Well, also this morning, 2 people are recovering after a carbon monoxide leak in Howard County. Officials in Howard County say it happened at a business in the Savage area last night, a little bit north of Laurel. Right now, we don't know what caused the leak, but crews have taken care of it this morning. DE agents raid a pain management clinic in North Baltimore, and now health officials are warning that there could be an increase in drug overdoses as a result. It's the Westside Medical Group offices, Dr. Kofi Shaw Taylor, that was searched earlier this week. Now, that doctor is charged with Medicaid fraud. We don't know how many people that he had been treating out of that office, but in theory, they're all looking for a new doctor this morning and potentially new prescriptions that are going to be harder to get. So, Baltimore City Health Department has been alerting local hospitals, emergency service providers, even treatment centers, and also first responders about this raid. So if you went to that clinic or need help with addiction, we have more information on abc2news.com under the Baltimore City section.
It is 5:35. Governor Larry Hogan calls for a new study looking into racial disparity of Maryland's regulated medical marijuana industry. The governor's Office of Minority Affairs will oversee that study. It's in response to concerns raised by the Legislative Black Caucus about the lack of diversity in the state's medical marijuana industry. The goal of this study is to identify and ensure appropriate opportunities for minority participation. Well, we showed you the difficulties that one teen faces growing up in Baltimore earlier this morning. We know that a lot of teens face the same.
Many teens in a similar situation. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, ABC2's Skylar Henry talks with Baltimore police about some of the crime trends that we've been noticing here in 2017 among young people. An important story coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. Right now, it is 5:36 on your Friday.
5:39, we have a first at the Maryland Zoo.
You helped name the zoo's new baby giraffe, Willow, and now we're seeing her getting out and about, taking a walk out in the yard. Here is the video. Willow joined by her mother. That's Willow. She's going to be joined by her mother, Juma, and the herd mate, Kessie. Willow is the first giraffe to be born at the zoo in more than 20 years, and she is looking great. Look at, open it up a little bit. Testing out those legs.
Yeah, she's really moving, isn't she?
She looks fantastic.
I love it. We love her. Don't we love her? Yeah, exactly. And I had that forecast. This would be the perfect time. You can go today. You can go this weekend. There's that forecast for you. It's going to be hot tomorrow, that's for sure. We're looking at numbers close to 90. It's going to feel more like 90. It's going to be quite humid as we head into Saturday. And also, we do have the potential for a few thunderstorms in the forecast as well. As we head into Sunday, more of the same with the potential for the thunderstorms, but it's not going to be as warm or as hot out there. But temperature is still well above average. and that's the theme for today. Temperatures well above average this morning. Temperatures well above average in the afternoon. Today, though, we've already pretty much had our rain. We're not going to be dealing with too much more of that. We'll be dealing with more sunshine as the day goes along, and this is what it looks like on that planner. So lots of sunshine, drier conditions, and the high temperature today coming in right around 83 degrees. I need to update that on that 4 o'clock time frame. Now let's go to check the traffic with Adrian.
Well, we're up to a pretty quiet start on this Friday morning. Really not looking all that bad as you get ready to head out the door. High speeds being found just about everywhere. The tunnels, they're in good shape for you. The JFX not looking too bad there. 795 also up to speed. And if you're heading along 895 here this morning, here's a live view for you near Rosedale. Not looking all that bad here on this Friday morning. And if travels take you towards BWI 195 and 295 up to speed. And as mentioned, all the drive times right now in the green. Time now is 5:41. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Maryland in just a few.
5:44, new from overnight. A threat called into American Airlines forced a plane to stay on the tarmac for over an hour.
Hate to hear that, but fortunately, the threat turned out to be unfounded. Megan Knight is at the live desk with that story for us this morning. Megan, any idea what kind of threat they were talking about here?
Well, Christian and Ashley, American Airlines is not saying much on that, nor will police in Phoenix, where this all went down. That threat was called in when a flight was heading from Los Angeles to Phoenix last night. So when the plane landed, everyone was told they had to stay put as law enforcement did a search. There were 153 passengers, 6 crew members on board, and after about 90 minutes of sitting on the tarmac, that plane was finally cleared.
All right, Megan, thank you. 5:44. The light rail will be closed in downtown Baltimore this weekend for track repairs. The shutdown begins at 6 tonight and will last through the weekend.